What's up? This is Uncharted on Boss FM Next. I'm Robin Smith. I'm with Lua Faye, this fantastic producer, singer, and songwriter. Lua, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. So let's talk about your new music. Is there anything coming out soon?
Yes, I'm working on an album right now. It's called Overcast. There's going to be 9 songs in it. Very excited. I've been taking my time with this one because I wanted to kind of separate myself from all of the themes in it first before putting it out. But I'm very excited about it. I'm going to be finishing it on my birthday and hopefully getting it out probably around New Year's. So.
That's fantastic. Do you have a layout for how you're going to market your new album?
So I'm working with an artist right now on all the song covers, and I want to put out each single with the art and send them to blogs one by one. And I would like to do some music videos, although I'm really not sure because I've been so busy. But we'll see. I'm still working through the plan for it. But that's another reason why I'm taking a while, just so I can put it out properly.
Understood. What have you learned from other releases that you've done that you're applying to this one?
I actually think it's better to put things out as singles. So this will probably be like my last, I guess, group project for a while, because I think it's sort of better to put something out and it's like, just listen to this one song. It kind of puts more attention to that one piece. Whereas with this, it's like a big project. So it can be a little bit overwhelming to listeners. But I really wanted to put all these together because it's kind of a story from start to finish of like a chapter of my life. And I didn't really want to put attention on any one song and be like, here, listen to this, and here, listen to this, because they're kind of emotions that I want to like let go and release. So that's why I'm putting it out all together. So it can kind of be like, this is something I went through. It's kind of like a book almost if you listen from start to finish. So, but I have some other things that I'm planning for after the album, which is like way in the future for next year. But those will be singles that are kind of like one thought. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
You do have a wonderful voice. Can you tell me about when you started singing?
You said what?
Can you tell me about when you started singing?
I've been singing forever. I mean, I used to run around the house singing like random things, and my mom was like, write down your songs. And then finally in like 6th grade, I wrote my first song, Love Letters, and I performed that for like a talent show. And then I did original songs for middle school and high school. And I'm annoying with it. Like, I'll go to parties and get drunk and like freestyle to to tracks. And like, if there's like a rapper at the party, I'll be like, freestyle with me, let's make a song. And I'll like pull out my phone and like press memo and be like, we're gonna make something dope. And then like I have like all these recordings on my phone that I like never listen to or use, but it's fun. Like, I'll just like find someone, like there's always some rapper, and like I'll be like, come make a song with me. It's like, it's hilarious, but I love it. So
Are you being yourself, or do you put on a musical persona?
So I'm at my friend's house. I don't know. You know, I mean, I'm dressing up and like being a character in a way, but I think all of my songs are very honest, and they come from a place of something I actually experienced. And I think it's really hard to like write a song that's fake or like something you just made up, because I think as a writer, like you write from experience. And so that's what I do. I'll just sort of freestyle an idea and then build off of that. So it comes from a genuine place. It comes from a place of honesty.
Wow. Can you take me through one of your favorite ways of writing, or a couple songs that you've written in the same way?
Sure. So far I've just been like finding beats, and I want to get away from that and like start creating tracks like around my music. But the easiest way for it to be so far was just like finding something online and finding like a riff that I fit with. And I'll usually just like freestyle a couple of sentences. And if I find something that I like, then I'll go with it. And if I don't, then I just keep listening to tracks until I find something where the line that I put out means a lot to me. And then I use like Rhyme Zone a lot to find similar words that go along with things. And then I'll just collect all these different words that like mean a lot to me. And every once in a while, I'll hit a word that like goes off in terms of everything that like means something to me. I wrote this poem recently. I forget what the word was. I'll probably post it on my Facebook or something. But I hit like this one word where there were like all these different words that were like so meaningful. It's really cool when you hit that too, because it's like so easy to get stuck on things like way or see or like anything like that where it's like very basic. But every song is so different. Like I feel like every single track I've ever made came together differently. And the writing process always develops and continues to change. And it's kind of exciting though. It's kind of like discovering yourself in a way. And I always look forward to figuring out like how I'm going to make the next piece of art. It's exciting. There are some people I've been meaning to collaborate with. Like my engineer right now, he has like someone who works at the studio, Will, and we've been meeting to collaborate for so long. And I just have so much that I'm working on for myself that I'm just like, I just need to get these projects out. But that's always how it is. Like, it's always like, I need to get these projects out. I need to work on my own shit. Then I can like collaborate with other people. But it's just a never ending process. So I might as well just collaborate as much as possible. I have this one friend in Richmond who is a beast, and he produces and everything, and I've gone down and collaborated with him. And we have a couple songs together that I'll be releasing next year, and that's been like the greatest experience. So I'm like, okay, if I can collaborate with and it go this well with one person, I'm sure I can do that again with other people. And I think it's so important to collaborate too, because it kind of gets you out of like yeah, exactly. Or like, because I sort of feel like maybe after this album, I kind of feel like I might be in a rut a little bit with everything I've been doing. Like I put out Sirens. Now I have this album. And at this point, it'd be like around like 15 songs that I've done with one person.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It is a lot. It's exciting though. But I do think like at this point, I'm kind of just like, okay, I need to change of pace. I need to start doing something different. So it'll be cool. And yeah, I'm looking forward to finding people. And I think also once I put things out, it'll help me kind of like build my brand, and like people will be more encouraged to work with me because I'll have more to my name. And, you know, I'm still trying to establish my sound. So I think other people who've established their sound, or maybe they could gain inspiration from what I've done, it'll be cool. I want to see what happens. So
I think it'd be kind of cool if you release your music as vinyl.
That would be sick.
Yeah,
you know, it's just, the thing is, because I lease everything, it's hard because I just got like the most basic license for everything. And like one of the licenses that I got was like, there's no radio rights. And I didn't even really read a lot of I was just like, I just need to get the most basic thing, like $30, like whatever. Cause I'm not going to spend like $2,000 like buying these tracks. And that's another reason why I have to start making tracks around my songs. But I was kind of just like, I don't care. Like, let me just get the basic thing and just put it out. But it kind of does a disservice to myself because it limits like what I can do. And my engineer is like creating this, it's kind of like it's almost a record label, but it's not. It's like a community where you send your songs to like shows and stuff. So it is really similar, but he wants me to put my music on it. I'm a little bit scared of the process. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to get locked down, but we shall see. Because I'm not sure. I think I have to reach out to each producer individually and be like, hey, like, are you okay with me doing this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Do you see yourself performing live?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
I wanted to start performing live after Sirens, but then the pandemic hit. And so I didn't have anywhere to perform.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's like, okay, things have opened up again. So there's like open mics and stuff. So I really want to start. But I think I want to like just choose like a select few songs that I'm going to start performing and like get really good at those.
Mm-hmm.
And like decide like which songs I want my brand to be based on.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them are really dark and like I'm kind of just like, man, this is like a tough feeling, like a tough emotion. Like this was like from this heartbreak or like from a lesson that I learned. And like I don't really want to hang on to those. I don't want to hang on to the songs that came from a tough spot, because I feel like if I perform those all the time, then it's kind of just like, oh, I'm this like stuck individual, you know?
Yeah. Oh, you're really thoughtful in your thinking of promoting yourself. You're really a real artist.
Oh, that's such a compliment. I appreciate that.
It's true. You're thinking out like everything, like in all.
It's tough because like for the album, I don't even know what song I want to be the single, because I have this one song, Happy, and it's like such a genuine song, but it's like so sad, and I'm like, this, oh man, like I love my voice on it, and I'm like, this could be the single, but it's like really sad. And then I have a couple songs that are at the very end that are kind of like, you know, more positive, being like, I'm independent and happy now, and I'm like, these could be the singles to show, you know, I'm like moving forward and I've changed. But they're not like, but I'm not sure if like I prefer them stylistically or not. So it's so tough. Like I'm really debating with myself, and I kind of am thinking about like, I don't know, like enrolling some people and just having like a listening party and like a select few of my friends and being like, guys, like, which one do you think should be the single? I don't know if I want to have one or two yet. It's this whole thing. Like that's why I'm taking my time with it. But yeah, I just want the one that I isolate to be like, this is me, like this is who I am. So we shall see. Still trying to decide, but it's a process. I like it.
I think you should have 2 singles.
Okay, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, because you deserve it. The whole album.
Yes, and singles get more recognition too. It's just so tough deciding which one. I feel like I change my mind like every day. I'm like, oh, I like this one more, whatever. But yes, indeed.
Okay, next question. Who has influenced you, and who has influenced you to pursue a career in music?
I don't know. I feel like everyone is inspiring. Like anybody who's like the next wave. Like right now it's Tate McRae. Like she's going up and up, and like I've been hip to her since she was on YouTube. Like that's really cool. Yeah. I've been compared to Halsey a lot, and some of my beats are like Halsey type beats. And I was hip to her since like Ghost, and saw her go up and up. So that's always really cool.
What is listening to their music do to
I don't know. I feel excited. I'm like, yes, I love that. Like I'm like happy for them, and I feel proud, even though it's like they have no idea who I am. I'm like, yes, like get it. Like you rock. Like this is a sick album. This is a sick track. Like good for you. That's kind of how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you find your motivation?
I suck with motivation. I don't even think it's like that. I think it's more about like it just hits me in the right moment, or like it kind of just comes in waves, you know. Like if I'm feeling particularly emotional, or if I feel like I have to get a thought out, it's more about having an outlet, I think. But I don't really ever force myself. I'm never like, sit down, you need to write a song. It's never like that. It's never like, come on, like get your shit together. I never have that feeling. It's more like, I sort of feel like writing a song right now. It's like that.
Oh, so you enjoy the process.
Yes, I'm not. Yeah, of course. That would suck if I was like, I need to write a song. Like, come on, make some art. No. It's never like that. It's never like that.
So cool. That's how it is for me. I'm like, you gotta work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's like that for so many things, and that's sort of something I worry about, like, you know, making it and then having pressure on you to put out more music. It kind of, I'm worried, you know, if I get to that point, then it's not going to be coming from a genuine place,
Right?
You know, and because right now it's like nobody really knows me. I can take my time. I don't need to be like serving up songs to a record label. I can kind of just allow myself to go through the process that I go through. So it's more natural, but you know, I have a friend right now who has like so much pressure on him, and we were talking through his mindset just being a DJ in the industry. And part of me, I was like, dude, like just grin and bear it. Like you have a blessing to be at this point in your career to even have this, you know, spot on you where you are being pressured. Like that's like, be grateful for where you're at. But I also get it. Like, it's kind of like you want to just enjoy the process. And I think once the further you go, the more stressful it gets. So I'm appreciating where I'm at right now, really.
Gotcha. What inspires you to write and sing music?
I think just if I find a beat that I like, it's really inspiring. I love when people play guitar or like play piano or something. It's so easy to freestyle on some simple guitar chords or simple piano chords, because when you hear something that's like very fleshed out and has a lot of sounds to it, you're kind of limited in what you can do in terms of melody. But when you have just some basic chords, it's a lot easier to sort of manipulate what's going to happen. And that's actually what my song Happy is. Like my friend and I, we just found a loop and just played it over and over. And I basically freestyled the whole song. And it's like the first take that I'm putting out. So I love that. And anything where I can just like hear it for the first time. I love like listening to a song and it's like the first time I'm hearing it is when I'm recording. That's when the best shit happens. Like, so I've been able to do that a couple times in Richmond. Like I'll hear something like the first 2 seconds and I'm like, stop it. Let me just like put on my headphones and just start recording. And I've made a couple songs that way. I have this one song, Blue, that's not part of the album. It's further in the future, but the whole thing is freestyled. And it was just, I don't know. I love that. It's like cathartic when that happens.
Beautiful. Have you taken any risks as an artist?
I think the biggest thing I did was when I was first starting out and I would go to New York every weekend and I would just like go broke getting voice lessons. And I got really sick, like on the bus ride back. That was probably the biggest risk I've taken because I was just like so zoned in. I was like, I have to get better. And I wasn't thinking about anything else in my life but like these voice lessons and going up. But it was so much fun. Like that was like peak me trying to establish myself. So I think that was a risk for me, definitely. I think also this album I'm putting out is very vulnerable. Yeah. And I think there's a couple different ways you could take it. Like I'm sure a lot of people are going to listen to it and be like, I don't know. I think there's one way you can kind of be like, oh, this is cringe. Like I feel sorry for her. Like, oh, now she's like putting herself out there. Or you could be grateful for it and be like, I really relate to this. Like, thank God she, is willing to be honest, And I really want to talk about what I went through. And another reason why I took so long was because I was like, okay, this whole section of my life like has to be officially over, because I don't want to be a hypocrite talking about like trauma or any sort of like abuse and like not be taking my own advice and not be learning the lesson. I wanted it to be kind of a story where I'm like, hey guys, like this isn't okay. And like, because there are a couple songs that are like that are kind of, I don't know. I just feel like,
There's a lot to say, obviously.
There's a lot to say. Like, it's like a whole story, And I sort of feel like we have kind of like righteous expectations to not be like abused by the people we love, and to not be cheated on or lied to, manipulated. And, you know, that kind of betrayal will literally flip your world upside down. And a couple of my songs focus on that. And I wanted to talk about it and to kind of be there for people and be like, I don't know, like a voice of reason almost. So that's a risk I'm taking, because I'm sure there's going to be people who deny the story, but I'm kind of taking a stance now to just be unmoved by anyone who can't empathize with me, and to just think of my character and make moves based on that, and just envision my highest self and start showing up as her and just make choices that are full of integrity, and that's it.
Have you gone through those things like betrayal and?
Oh yes, yes, and people will hear it, and like I think the songs sort of speak for themselves, and it's kind of like, I don't know, like heartbreak sucks, man. I feel like, oh man, like I don't know, heartbreak is a familiar feeling that I have explored every inch of, and I have several songs that are like different kinds of perspectives of being hurt, and you know, it's all over now. I've learned the lesson, had to learn the hard way. I kind of think it's funny because it reminded me of my song Pill Bottles, where I was like, I'm a sucker for hard to learn lessons, never know till it's over and done with, so carve a space for reason, I need wisdom. That's that's the way I'm at. I was like, you know, I learned a really hard lesson. I had to get, you know, really just thrown around, but it's fine because I'm here now, and I woke up really, and now I have all this music to show for it. And you know, it's hard because I feel like sometimes, you know, you'll go through things and you'll never really get the recognition of the pain that was caused, but this album and these songs are my attempt at that. And
yeah, you seem like very focused. You seem like laser focused on what you want, which I'm really glad to see.
Thank you. Definitely. I don't know. I've been changed. I think pain changes you. I think experiences, relationships, and it's not just that. Like, it's not just one person. You know, like I've been affected by a lot of people, and I've been around situations that have really made me contemplate, like, who am I? Like, what do I want? What is okay in my life? What isn't okay? And I've just decided to just reject anything that competes with my morals or that doesn't feel right to me. I've just decided to just not give second chances anymore and to be very decisive. So
how do you get the toxic out of your life?
You just have to understand that people don't change unless they want to change. You don't have control over anyone else. You only have control over yourself. And you really, really cannot influence people to be better. If they disregard your humanity, if they do not show you empathy, that's on them. And their punishment is simply being themselves, because that's just, I think you just have to really outline the differences in your sense of self from someone else, and make moves based on integrity, and just remove yourself from situations that don't feel right, and stop trying to fix them, because the only thing you can do is fix what you're doing and control yourself, and that's it.
You can't fix them as hard as you want to try.
Right. Exactly.
Themselves.
For sure.
So is there like any theme that you have for your album? Like, is that the theme, what we just talked about, or?
It's very much based on my last relationship, and I think everyone's going to be like, oh God. Especially because it's not like I'm famous or anything, so it's not like I had like a private relationship, you know. Everyone listening to it, they know me, like they know us, and so it's going to be kind of strange, and I'm not really sure how people are going to react. But it's not like all of that. I mean, the first couple songs are based on my mindset. Medicated is based on my interpretation of what I was going through after I got diagnosed and put on medication. And my second song, Swimming, is something I wrote actually. Like, if anyone's ever partied with me, they've probably seen me like after after I've had one too many, I will just start like manically like writing in my phone and like putting all my thoughts down. And swimming came from that. Like it came from this dialogue, this internal dialogue. And that's how I Talk to Myself came about to my song, I Talk to Myself. It was an internal dialogue that I wrote down on my phone and recorded. Swimming is like that too. But it's really very much a story. It really is. Like those two songs are kind of like my thoughts, but then everything else is kind of like from start to finish. Although it was written out of order, which is kind of a mindfuck, but it's only I know that. But I guess everyone, if you watch this interview, you'll know. But yeah, it's crazy. Like but it feels good because I don't know, like it's all over now and I can put it out and be like, this is a chapter, goodbye.
So lay it out for me. What are your plans for the rest of this year?
Gosh. I'm really just focused on doing well in school, putting out this album, making sure I'm on track to putting effort into some music videos. Although I'm really thinking like, so the last song on the album is called Goodbye. How appropriate. And I wanted to make a music video for that. But I just have to find a new videographer because mine hates me. So I have to find someone new. But yeah, I'm really just keeping my head down. I want to be more active on social media. And I need to get these song covers completed. And my collaboration with my friend who's doing that. We have to make like all of them. And I want to start going to Richmond to record some more with my friend because I think that's going to be my avenue into the next phase and chapter of the music I make. Because I think I've sort of tired out the current opportunity that I've been doing. So I want to kind of branch out, and I think I want to start collaborating with people and maybe reach out to some rappers and like do something like that because I've been meaning to do some features and stuff like that. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. That would,
yes.
Like I said, after this, I'm going to send you this song I think you'll really like.
What's it called?
It's called
like, I don't know what it's called, but I know how it feels.
It's called Beam Part 2.
Beam
Part 2.
Okay. Who's it by?
It's by Payday and Jackboy. I
like that.
Oh, you're gonna love it. It's such an underrated song. No one knows about it yet.
Hey, that's the best. When no one knows about songs. Yeah. And it's like your own little jewel. I love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I can't wait to play it after this interview.
So tell me about what you're doing.
What am I doing?
Yes, with all these interviews and like the collective.
Yeah, sure. So these are all for this internet radio station, and I'm the producer on the internet radio station. And they're pretty much posted to YouTube. They're put inside a podcast, and they're also played on the internet radio station. So it's like 3 avenues. It's for this company called Boss FM.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah, yeah. So
I remember when you first hit me up about it, and so many people will message me and be like, I want to do this with you. And it's just an idea and it never goes through.
Yeah.
And I remember that's how I took it. I was just kind of like, that's cool. And I remember you telling me that it was still in the works. And I was like, I guess just get back to me when it's actually fully fleshed out. And I thought it was just going to be one of those things where you just say it and it doesn't become real. And then you hit me up when it was like all fleshed out and you were like, I'm ready. Let's interview tomorrow. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, not prepared at all. It's so funny. I was like, just hit me up later when the time is right. And you're like, let's do this tomorrow. So funny.
Well, the thing is that I took what you said seriously.
Right.
And I came up with a plan.
Oh, I like that.
And here we are.
Yes, motivation.
Yes. So I'm going to be editing this video, and then it'll be posted on YouTube, and you'll be able to share it with whoever.
Love it.
Okay, so I got a couple more questions for you. Okay. What are your top 3 career goals that you'd like to complete?
I want to do a tour. That'd be really cool. Even if it's just a mini tour that I've orchestrated myself and it's just like on the East Coast or something, that'd be awesome.
You can do it. You just have to get in contact with the right people.
I think so.
I've got a friend named Saul who I also interviewed, and he's like doing tours in like Nashville and like other areas of the country, and it's all paid for. Like you just need to contact the right venues and the right festivals.
Yeah.
You're already pretty busy. You're already in school, right? So
right.
It's a little more difficult for you, but
I know, yeah. It's okay. I'm gonna be out of it soon. But okay, so there's that. I also really want to get a manager. Like, because I'm so chaotic with my process of creating, and I've had managers come and go, and it's one of those things where they have to find you, and it just has to fit and like work and sync. And I've been unfortunate because I always get the bad ones, and it just never works out. So I really want to find someone who can manage me and it be a collaborative effort that actually sticks and works. So manager, tour. And I want to feature with this one rapper. I won't say who, but I've been hip to him and I've watched him blow up and I think he's dope. And I think it'd be really cool after I maybe establish myself some more. I'd be like, hey, excuse me. Let's do something together. So
yeah, I think the one thing to remember is that they're not like these huge high up rappers. They're not these huge high up singers or managers. We're all just people. And just like anybody, you can hit them up and they'll probably respond to you and they'll probably be interested in what you have to say. Because we're all
like we know each other. Like we hit each other up and everything. I just feel like I can't be like, let's make a song together just yet because I just like I need to get further along. Like, I don't know. Right now my goal is to reach 10,000 on Instagram. And I'm so bad with marketing on Instagram. Like, I have no idea. I have this one friend who she has 10 on Instagram and she has like a marketing book. Or not book, but it's like a program. And I bought it and I was kind of going through it. And it actually seems like really straightforward. Like, you just need to post a lot. It needs to all be relevant. It needs to like have a theme and you need to be engaging and all this. And it's like, for some reason, it's just so hard for me to wrap my finger around. But if I can just be consistent in everything and just perform and put out videos and stuff, I think I'll be able to do it. I just gotta be positive and follow the steps. So
yeah, I totally agree with you. Like, it's just about effort. It's a lot of effort though. It's tiring.
Sure.
But there are some ways to make it done or easier. Like some of those apps where you can schedule posts. So maybe
true.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So what makes you unique? What makes you different from other artists?
I think every artist is unique. We're all going through our own stories, our own lives, and this is simply my story and my life. And I'm just trying to be honest. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be honest. And, I just hope that it's received well. And that's all you can do is just hope for the best. And when I made Sirens, a lot of it came from a place that I didn't understand. And I think part of that had to do with the fact that I was still battling with bipolar disorder. And once I got on medication, suddenly the way I was writing came from a place that was more comprehensible. And I was like, oh, like this is actually what I'm going through. And sometimes I would write a song and it would come to life later. And that always freaked me out. That's happened a few times where I would write something and then the situation like hasn't happened yet, and then it would happen. And that freaks me out. Yeah. It's so weird. Yes. So, but yeah, I think I'm just telling my story and that's really it, I just am who I am.
Cool. Do you have any last thoughts before we part ways?
I don't know, just look out for Overcast. Looking out for the next 9 songs. I'm going to be outlining everything. I think right now I'm just in a phase that's like, I'm trying to like pause until I'm ready. So, but yeah, no, I don't know. This was great. It was great to talk to you. I'm so excited for you. I love the fact that you've gotten all this together, and I can't wait to see the edits.
Yeah, I'll send you a copy of the edits, and of course, when it gets posted on social media, I will tag you in the post.
Perfect.
All right, cool. Have a great night.
You too. Have a good one, hun.
Bye.